Hello, lovely. Was it hard to watch that back? Because obviously it's difficult enough when you're there and the emotions are very intense and you feel very exposed and raw. But then that's how you feel it, and to see it.
The whole journey was just very, very difficult. When that comic relief first asked me to do it, I accepted straight away for men's mental health for my brother. I came home and I told my mother and she went, "Oh no, have you any idea what you're letting yourself in for?" And then we Googled it and then I realised this is going to probably be the hardest thing I ever do in my life, which it was. I'd never camped. I'd never put a pair of those heavy boots on your feet before. I'm just used to nice, pretty little shoes. And everything from climbing to the camping part, just adjusting the first day, you know, was the hardest thing.
And the altitude as well.
The altitude, you know, the nosebleeds, vomiting, being sick, you know, even just the toilet, you know, where you can go, what you need to do. But after a couple of days, it just, I had a great team of people with me.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan Walker, Ed Balls, they were just absolutely amazing.
It was a great team, actually. I watched it.
The Fab Nine, it was just amazing.
Do you think, because, I mean, one of my sons did Kilimanjaro 2 years ago, and do you think it was the thought of your brother and what had happened that actually spurred you on to make it to the top?
It did, because I stayed in the forefront with Osi, and he was what was on my mind all the time. And, you know, the altitude, it plays tricks on your mind.
Yeah.
And I thought I could actually hear my brother, so, you know, I had to be spoken to at one point, and you get lost while you're travelling. Look, there he is, just, oh, my gosh, yeah. So I just kept him clearly in the front of my mind, and I was able to do that with the rest of the team. I had great support on it.
Big question is, would you do it again?
I would do it again.
Would you?
Sure,
Good
yeah.
for you. I thought you would say never.
And one of the things I read about the relationship you have with your mum, who's here today, and also with your brother. You're a very, very close family, a very close family.
Well, there was just always the three of us, you know. We're raised by a single mum, and she did everything possible. I just think she's the queen.
Yeah.
She's the queen for me. So. Everything to her.
And Shirley, you mentioned that you did this for your brother. Your brother sadly took his own life, so that's why doing it for men's mental health meant so much to you.
Well, I think it's so... Right now, it's so huge, men's mental health, and way back then, when David took his own life, we didn't know too much about it. Yeah. You know, we weren't educated enough, you know. I just thought he was having a bad moment, you know, but obviously it was so much worse than that, you know, and now I'm just an advocate for it. You know, I like to talk to people because I know men and women can have mental problems, and so can young people, but men somehow have a difficult time sharing. Yeah. And I just like to encourage, and I'm always on the lookout, you know. I feel sort of like listening is more important, because we go about our life and we don't stop for a second. We've always got something to do, and I think that's what happened with my brother. Yeah. Even though we spoke every day at 4 o'clock, you know, he would always say, "I'll take care of Mark if anything happens, and you take care of Mary if anything happens to me." We were so incredibly close. I just didn't see it coming. Just did not see it coming at all.
Yeah.
But so now I listen a lot more, and I'm more aware, and I pay attention. So.
But that's why it's so great that you do the kind of things that you did, just to raise awareness and to encourage people just to listen. No, would you do Everest?
Yes, if I could.
Oh my word!
Wow.
You say
anything
if I
for men's
could.
mental health, absolutely.
If I could, I bet if you set your mind to it, you could. You could do anything.
Look at my mum's face there.
Actually, but you're talking about being very close to your mum, but also very close to your son. Yes. And you're leaving him behind in LA, aren't you?
Yes, my mum's down now. I'm moving into my new home, and it's been a year-long project, and kind of been, you know, in a suitcase and staying here and staying there. So
you're going to miss LA.
I'll miss my son. I'm not necessarily miss LA. I love being in Great Britain with the British people and the men. I think they're classy. I think the men here are classy.
Yeah. Oh, in particular, there's one chappie you think's quite classy. Since we last met, you've decided to be more Janet, be a bit more bold, and you've found a friend.
I did matchmake a mountain, which kind of gave me a little bit more encouragement, and met 3 beautiful women on that. I never thought I would ever find anybody in my life that I cared about again. I didn't, I'll be honest with you. So I just kept moving.
Can I ask you why? Because look at you. You're talented, you're beautiful, you're stunning, you're engaging. Why did you think that?
Just past history and just different men that you're with that, you know, gnaw away a little bit at your confidence and everything like that. So it's more personal reasons. And, yes, met somebody very nice.
Good. So the question we are very happy.
The question is, though, Have you come back here to live because of the man or because of Strictly?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Do you know, by the way, who's going to be the new judge on Strictly?
You've got to give us more than Craig. You've got to give us more than Craig.
Honestly, it won't get out. It's just there.
Well, I know that whoever the BBC are going to choose,
And what's he like?
whoever the BBC are going to choose,
Sound like a
will be
politician now, Shirley.
absolutely perfect for the show. And I'm sure there will going to be lots of surprises this series. We have a new executive producer. We've got Ryland on It Takes Two. We're getting a new judge, although... For me, Darcy was like my queen.
Yeah,
She's a
she's
big hole in
gorgeous.
I mean, that lady held my hand the whole time. I have never laughed so much with another
Yeah.
woman in all my life than I have
Brilliant.
with her.
She's fun.
She is amazing, and she will be sorely missed for sure.
Yeah.
But I know that the BBC, it's very interesting.
Have we heard
and
of him? Do we know him?
She's good.
She's good. But yeah, I bet you won't mind who it is because you know what it's like to be the new person.
I will fit in with whomever they pick. So
Yeah.
I know that they will pick the best person for the general public and to be on that show that fits in with everybody. So I know it's going. You're all going to be absolutely delighted.
Very well handled, Shirley. Very well handled.
Can I ask you very quickly about rowing in cars, about driving? Are you a better passenger or driver?
Well, I travelled all the time with one of my previous partners in the car, and we did nothing but fight because it was always about the dancing and this and that and the other, and it was
Not the driving.
just a nightmare. I was always a passenger.
Okay.
But the last part of my life, 6 months old, been fun, music, laughter, smiling. Yes, I like driving in a car now. I like road trips.
I like that.